Hey everyone, my name is Darby and I work in Incubation Engineering at GitLab. Today is December 3rd, 2021, and this is the DevOps for Mobile Apps demo. The issue I have on the screen here is the issue for this week's demo, and you'll see a link to this issue in the video description below if you're watching this on YouTube. So first section in this issue is just a review of our mission. And this links to our handbook page and our weekly demos issue where you can catch up on these, the older versions of these recordings. And as just a reminder, our mission in this group is to improve the experience for mobile teams and mobile developers working within GitLab. So moving into the update for this week. So this is a kind of an iteration on the last update that we did. So last time we were talking about adding capabilities to GitLab to upload provisioning profiles and Android key stores and things like that into the CI pipelines. We've iterated on that a little bit, and now we're sort of generalizing it in this approach. And the name that we gave for this is just secure files. That's a working name for now. We're looking for feedback on that, but essentially this generalizes that capability so that it's not just focused on mobile apps, but or mobile kind of pipelines, but other type of pipelines where you would need some sort of binary file in there. So this could be code signing for desktops, or it could be other use cases that we haven't really defined yet. So by generalizing that, we can kind of add that capability for more people and make it more available. So the first issue that I've linked here is a UX proposal, sort of a kind of a design discussion. This is kind of a first pass at a design that I came up with. And really this is just kind of a very basic approach where we allow you to upload some files, we set some permissions, and then give you the ability to edit or delete them. And there's, within this issue, which is right here, there's a second iteration on this too, where we can expand on that. So down the road, I would see this being able to like expand the data that we can show for files that we know what the type is. So if it's a provisioning profile for Apple, if it's an Android key store, we can show some more data around that because we know something about that file type. For file types that we don't know, we would kind of just leave them as generic, but I think this could add some nice functionality in there too. So like I said, in this issue, there is a couple mock-ups and looking for some feedback there. So if you have any thoughts, please add them. The second section here, so I've got an architecture discussion, which is this issue right here. So kind of just talking about how we're going to build this out within the app and what the very first like MVC of this would look like. And so got a proposed data model, some API designs and things like that. So getting some really good discussion from the team too. So we've been iterating on this a bunch this week. And then the last link in here is actually just the first MR that I made for this. So this just adds the data model and then the carrier wave uploader for this. So you can see that here. I've got some changes. The pipeline isn't passing yet, so I need to figure out what's going on there. But we're kind of getting some code into place too. So looking for some feedback on that as well. So kind of the highlights of this is, like I said, this is like a generalized data model for supporting binary files. Files will be encrypted and uploaded to object storage, and then they'll be downloaded by the runner when the job starts. And so there's going to be some other changes required, not just within GitLab, but also within the workhorse code base and within runner as well. A couple considerations I've also listed here that we still need to sort of sort through. Probably some limitations would be good for this. So like, what's the maximum file size we want to allow, and are there certain file types that we want to restrict this to? I think we can probably start limited and then kind of expand that as we go, but we should have a plan in place for that. And then also, we've also talked about limiting the downloading of files to certain CI jobs. So if your pipeline has 20 different jobs, maybe you don't need those files for all of those jobs, but how do we make that configurable and easy to use so that folks know when their files are going to be there and when they aren't? So so probably a follow-up discussion needs to happen around that as well. So up next, really just kind of continuing to iterate on this. So I want to continue to gather feedback around the UX and the implementation, and really kind of get that MR ready for review. So kind of just keep pushing on that, and then hopefully have something to get into the code pretty soon, and then start to test it out. So anyway, that's what we got for this week. Would love any feedback that you have if you're watching this. So please let me know. Reach out either in these issues or um, yeah, or just on Slack or whatever. So yeah, thanks for watching, and see you next time.